He was like, nah, I'm gonna need to see the footage. I don't believe it. I don't believe. Sir, your living room believe it because it's empty. It's still. You seen the title of the video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you to my channel, wait, y'all, I haven't did my intro in forever. Hold on. You seen the title of the video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even have to say anything because you know what's up. I know what's up. We know what's up, and that's the way. That's the way. That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. As y'all can see by the title and the thumbnail, your girl is back again with another story time. And y'all, thank you for liking and commenting on my last story time. Before we get into this video, make sure y'all like and comment because a like and a comment goes a long way. And another little disclaimer because I know y'all gonna ask. And honestly, I just want to brag a little bit. I've been using this product that I got from Korea. It's honestly been like maybe a little over a week of me using this consistently, y'all. It's a dark spot remover, and look at my skin. Y'all, look at my skin. This is Philly, no Philly. Like, no filter is on my face, and this is literally my skin, y'all. And this is of a week of using this product. If I can find it on Amazon or anywhere in the United States, I will link it down below. But y'all, this right here is what's been doing my skin magic. When I got off my period, I had a big breakout right here, and y'all can see that's already fading. Yeah, this is not sponsored or anything. I just wanted to put y'all on because I know y'all gonna ask about my skincare routine. And lately it's been bio oil and this right here. Go ahead and get comfortable, get your drink. I got my tea right here. It's real hot. I got my tea, ginger tea, and yeah, let's get into it. So I don't even know what I want to title this story time. I'm just gonna say, I don't know, y'all. Let's just get into it. So this happened back in like 2018, and I was dating this guy at the time. We're gonna go ahead and call this guy Troy. Troy is also Day Day. If y'all know who Day Day is from previous story times, then you already know how this story time is gonna end. And start, y'all. Very, very ghetto. Back then, me and Troy was dating for about maybe like 2 months. And he used to live in College Club. If you in the Tallahassee area, you know what College Club is. College Club used to be very much a ghetto apartment complex. And at the time, I used to live in Palmetto. And it was about 5 minutes from my man's house. And I did not have a car, y'all. So I would literally like take the shuttle to his house. And he had this homeboy. We're going to go ahead and give the homeboy a name. We're going to call the homeboy... Tony. We're gonna call him Tony. Tony was the type of homeboy that low-key had a crush on me. He was one of those people that would be lingering, always asking me if I'm good. He would be staring at me. He would just be always around, standing a little too close to me. Like, Corey was also, did I call him Corey? What's his name? Tony. Tony was also a snitch, y'all. Anytime I was outside of Troy, Tony would actually, let's change the name from Troy because my uncle name is Troy, and that's just giving me the ick right now. So let's switch it to, let's just go to Day Day because y'all know that's my go-to name. Day Day, okay? Day Day was Troy, Troy, Day Day. Tony was the type of homeboy that would literally snitch on me, y'all. Anytime I was outside without Day Day and Tony saw me, he would come up to me and he wouldn't be on no like, hey, Asia, what's up? How you been? He would be on some, I see you, Asia. I see you. I'm gonna tell Day Day you out here. Okay, I just got out of class. Okay, I'm at work. Like, I could literally be at work and he would see me and he'll be like, where Day Day at? Obviously not here because I'm here and you don't see him. Like, he would always mention my homeboy, my boyfriend at the time. And I honestly think that's weird. Like, if you see me, just say hey to me or that's fine. Like, he would just always make it this thing like, oh, you better not be cheating on my homeboy. Like, what you doing out here? Like, it would just be... that would just be our dialogue anytime I see him, and I always thought it was weird. And I would go to Day Day. I don't know, y'all. It was just giving because you want me to be cheating on him with you. Be like, Day Day, I'm not gonna lie, he be looking at me for a little too long, slick, giving me like crazy eye contact, and anytime I'm not around you, he's always bringing you up. And to me, it's weird. It's giving, he got a crush on me, and Day Day will always get mad on me and be like, that's my brother, and that's my brother, that's my brother, Marion, that's my brother, that's just how my brother is. So I'm like, okay, I just made it my point to not be around. Like, if Tony was around, Asia was not there. Going forward, one time we got into a big argument about Tony going back and telling Day Day he seen me talking to somebody at a party, and it was just big thing, y'all. After that, I was just like, I don't mess with Tony. So when I'm out in public and I see Tony, I would literally go the other way. And then anytime Day Day said he was with Tony, I wouldn't say anything. Like, typically if he on the phone with his friends and somebody call him, they'll speak to me and I'll speak back to the friend. But if it was Tony, I wouldn't say anything, because Tony was a rat. He would snitch about anything. Like I said, y'all, I can literally breathe and he'll be like, Asia over here breathing hard. Like, it was always something to report with him. So fast forward to one day, I'm at Day Day house, and I spent the night at Day Day house. And the night before I spent the night, Tony and Day Day had went out to some social, and they came back home mad late. I didn't know that Tony spent the night, but Tony ended up spending the night in the living room. If y'all know how College Club is set up, it's basically a townhouse, y'all. Tony's room was the room, like when you go up the stairs, that room directly to the right beside the laundry room, that was my man's room. And then Tony slept downstairs in the living room, and there's another room down there. But at the time, Day Day didn't have any other roommates. It was literally just him. And then the room downstairs was vacant. And then the room upstairs had a guy that lived in it. But this man basically was always at his boyfriend house. That's another thing, y'all. Tony was so homophobic. I feel like if you super homophobic, you like men, because why are you so upset to be around other gay men, y'all? Day Day had a roommate that was, I don't know if he was bisexual or if he was just flat out gay, but he had a boyfriend, and he would always be at his boyfriend's house. He would never even be at the apartment. And anytime Tony was there and the man would be there, he would be dropping the F-bomb and just so offended that he was there. Like, why are you so mad that he's dating a man? Like, if you confident with your sexuality and your sexual orientation, why you so opinionated and so mad about what somebody else got going on? And that was another thing that kind of made me look at Tony sideways. Like, do you like me or do you like men? Because he would be so mad, y'all. Like, we would be sitting in the living room and this man would be talking about it for hours, just making all types of, just gay jokes and stuff. And like I said, this roommate that was gay, this man was barely home. But anyway, fast forward, Tony was downstairs in the living room because he had spent the night. Mind you, I didn't know that Tony was there, if y'all following me. I end up going home early in the morning. Like I said, I did not have a car, so I should take a 6 a.m. and a 7 a.m. shuttle back from my boyfriend's Day Day's apartment to my dorm. I end up going downstairs early in the morning, like around 6 or 7, and I ran out the door because I was getting ready to miss the shuttle. I ended up leaving my keys in Day Day house, so I ran back, and this is when I realized Tony was in the living room, y'all. The first time when I ran out, I didn't even see Tony. Tony was laid out on the couch, but it wasn't the couch like directly beside the door. He had a couch that was kind of like in the dining room area, so I missed him. But when I ran back inside, I looked and I seen Tony like scrambling through my man's bag, but I ain't say nothing, y'all. I just noted it. I just made a mental note, like, okay, next time I talk to my man or when he get up, I'm gonna let him know that I seen you going through his bag. But I didn't even say anything, y'all. I literally seen him going through his bag, and then I literally shut the door real quick and I ran and I caught the shuttle. Y'all, fast forward that next day, I end up telling my man, because I forgot the day of, y'all. I end up telling him that next day, and I only remember this because he tried to argue at the fact that I'm telling him a date later. But anyway, I end up telling Day Day, oh yeah, before I left the house early the morning before, I seen Tony going through your bag, like he was remembering what he was trying to borrow or take forever. And then my man was just like, what? You see him going through my bag? What bag? What bag? Your blue bag with the money signs on it that you wear every single day. And he was just like, what? Why you ain't tell me that? Why you ain't tell me that when you seen him? Why you ain't call him out? What bag? What bag? And I'm at his house, y'all. So he started going through his bag and looking through his bag to see if his chains and everything was in his bag, because y'all, he ain't really have nothing in his bag, but I didn't know if he had anything in his bag. But I was just letting him know, like, hey, I seen Tony going through your bag. Ultimately, we end up getting in an argument about it, because that's just how Day Day was. If you came to him about something, he will always move around the point. Y'all know the people that the point could be right here and they move all the way around the point. The point is he was going through your bag, and you trying to make the point about that I told you that he was going through your bag a day later because I forgot to tell you the day of. So we end up getting in an argument, and it ultimately ended with him saying, that's my brother. Right, I'm gonna just let you, that's my brother, until he end up robbing you, because he already done robbed your common sense. But that's okay. You can, that's my brother. That's what he would say about anything, y'all. So when it came to Day Day and any of his friends, I would try to tell him stuff. And even when I would like send him stuff in proof, like it was one time one of his closest friends, after we broke up, y'all, his closest friend slid in my DM, and y'all want to know what this man's response was? he don't owe me no loyalty. You do. Like, this is the type of person that I was dealing with at the time. But I digress. Fast forward, y'all, it wasn't even, no, I'm lying. It wasn't 2 days later. I don't know how much longer after that, but I know it wasn't longer than a week. It was like a few days after that, y'all. Day called me and he FaceTimed me and he's showing me his living room. And I'm looking like, what? Because honestly, I shouldn't have been surprised, but y'all, I was surprised. Tell me why Day apartment looked like Black Friday the day after. The day after Black Friday, that's what his apartment looked. TV gone, soundbar going, and the Xbox is going. Everything is going in the apartment. So I'm trying to act concerned, but at the same time, like, I already know who did it. And I'm just trying to see if they gonna say it. Because if I said it's a problem, but if you said you got common sense. So I'm just like, what happened to all your stuff? Like, who moved y'all stuff out of there? Like, what happened to, like, literally, it was nothing in the living room, y'all, but 2 couches and a table. And I don't even want to say it was a table. It was literally just a flat top and 4 legs. Like, that was the only thing that was in the living room. They didn't have no pictures or no dining table or anything. That's literally all they had. And also, this is a student apartment, y'all. So the apartment came furnished. So the fact that the TV was gone, the Xbox was his, the sound bars was his, but the TV came with the apartment. So the fact that the TV was going, this is really a bigger issue. So he's basically on the way to the office, went to the office and basically had to do like a burglary report, letting them know that somebody stole some of the apartment furniture. And he's telling me that the apartment said they're going to charge him $500 for the TV. Mind you, y'all, it was probably like a 40-inch TV. This was back in 2018, 2019. So let's keep it a buck. The TV probably wasn't worth more than $150, but the apartment was saying that he signed on his lease that he was going to have to pay $499 to basically replace the TV once he moved out. So he's infuriated. He's mad. He's literally saying he's going to go around the block because his neighbor had a Ring camera on their door. So he said he's going to go around and knock on everybody's door and ask them if they see anything. Can they check their Ring camera? Apparently, he did that, y'all, and nobody seen anything. He ain't know nothing. Like, nobody don't know anything what happened. They didn't see. Y'all, they mad at everybody but the person he need to be mad at. I'm literally, it gets to the point where I'm like, Day, you know he stole your stuff. He was like, nah, he ain't steal my stuff. The only person that's been over here is my brother and you and your homegirl. Because sometimes I would, like, before we went out or something, I would bring my homegirl over there and we would like pregame. But I was arguing with him and I'm like, come on now, let's keep it a book. You know who stole your stuff. Like, you know who took your Xbox. Only person that knew you even had that Xbox in here was him. We don't even play the Xbox. Me and my homegirl, we don't play games. Y'all play games. So he was the only one that could have been in an apartment that stole your Xbox. And it was, the crazy thing was, y'all, like I said, College Club was known for being a ghetto community. So he wouldn't even leave his Xbox downstairs. The only time he left his Xbox downstairs is when he was ready to play it. Like, right before he played it, he would always have it down there, and maybe the next morning he would take his Xbox and bring it back in his room and like hide it, because we lived in College Club, y'all. Fast forward to like, I want to say like a few weeks later. I don't know why the neighbor just now came and knocked on the door. I don't know if he was out of town or if he just now checking his Ring camera, but the neighbor knocked on the door, y'all, and told him that he has the footage of a boy with braids around 5'2", and cockeyed, not cockeyed, y'all. He ain't said that. He just said a boy with braids, 5'2", light skin. He seen him breaking into the window. And when he told Day this, Day is trying to act like, oh, breaking into the window, like the window wasn't broke. Y'all, this man had left a crack open in the room. I don't know if he cracked the window or if he just unlocked the window and he just left it open. But he came back literally the day after I seen him rambling through his bag. That following day, he came to the apartment and took all the stuff out of there. And they said they seen him make multiple trips throughout the day to take the stuff. And Day was just like, well, I'm gonna need to see the video. And I'm like, bro, the description is him. He was like, nah, I'm gonna need to see the footage. I don't believe it. Sir, your living room believe it because it's empty. It ain't nothing in here. It's an echo in here. So how don't you believe it? But come on now. The boy was just like, he could take a picture of it, but he don't have the time to like come back and like show the footage or whatever, because they had already put a police report in, so he wouldn't be responsible to replace the TV. And he was just saying, well, he gonna need some type of proof or something. Although Day didn't want me to be right, he said he ended up contacting Tony and asking Tony like about the TV, and Tony ain't never texting back. Tony basically went missing. I already knew Tony did it, but I feel like he needed a confirmation because he was just like, nah, I can't believe it. Like, Tony wouldn't do that to me, bro. Tony wouldn't do that to me. Like, that's what he would say one day. And I'll just be like, well, your living room could believe it because it's an echo in here now. Like, you can't believe it, but your TV's off the wall. You don't have a PlayStation. Mind you, he had just got that PlayStation from like the Christmas before y'all. So he was like in denial. Like some days he would be like, damn, Tony got me because Tony ain't been over here. Tony ain't hitting my line. And then other days he'll be like, nah, Tony on vacation. Tony on vacation. Like Tony went to jail. Like he ain't steal my stuff. But y'all, he would just go back and forth. At the time, I didn't care. I was just happy that Tony wasn't around because like I said, this man was a snitch, and then he always just gave me weird vibes. Like it was just weird around him. He wasn't even able to confront Tony because Tony wasn't answering his phone, y'all, because Tony was in jail for a whole other crime. Yes, girl, a whole nother crime. Tony is a felon. I literally just looked Tony up. He not in jail now, y'all. I only remember this story time because Tony, I was going through like my message requests on Facebook and Tony was in there. And I'm just like, I wonder how Tony's doing. Y'all, Tony is doing the same. I literally was just going through his profile and Tony is just, y'all, Tony is just Tony. I'm not going to do too much on him because it's not necessary. But yeah, that's the story time on how my man friend robbed him. Not only was he trying to get a piece of me, but he was trying to get a piece of them electronics, and he did. And the crazy thing is, y'all, the man went to jail a few days later after that. So I'm sure, I could have looked it up, but I don't really remember what his charges were. I just know afterwards they was like, damn, Tony a felon. Like he was laughing at his mugshot. He was like, damn, Tony, you a felon. That's what you get for messing with a real one. When he didn't even put him in jail. Like my ex had blasted him and told everybody to watch out for N-words like him. But y'all, that's pretty much the story time on how my ex-boyfriend got robbed and he tried to say it was me and my homegirls. Like, do I look like I need a TV? Back then, I probably did need a TV, y'all. Could have probably sold it on OfferUp for some change. But the fact that Tony did it is crazy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Mwah. Peace. That look weird. My fingers look bow-legged almost.